The Ring Fanatics Podcast, episode number 133. I'm Nick, your host. With me, as always, is my co host, Joel.
Yo.
As always, go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube if you haven't done so already, and follow us on every single social media platform that we're on: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and anywhere else, including the audio streaming platforms that you listen to the podcast on. Now, since the last time we recorded an episode, a lot of news has come out that we want
A
to talk about.
lot has happened. So where do you want to start?
So let's start with like what happened last week after we recorded, so that we would go in like order instead of like flip flopping back and forth.
Okay.
So the last time when we recorded the last episode, it was last Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So what we didn't have the chance to talk about, um, is the Jade Cargill stuff.
Yeah.
So the last time we recorded, we talked about her potentially going back to AEW because she had just returned that Saturday.
Yeah.
Now, the day after that, news came out that she had signed with WWE and she left AEW. Supposedly, reports said that she's starting this week training at the Performance Center. Again, we don't know when she's debuting. We don't know any of that yet. But she did apparently sign with WWE and left AEW. What are your thoughts on that, man?
Good for her.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. That's a big move. Are you kidding me? That's a good pickup by WWE. That's a good move by Jade. And I think it was cool that she got like a little farewell. I think that was also cool by AEW doing that. Did she probably have a date left and she had to fulfill it? Probably, but it was cool that they did that little moment at the end. You know what I mean? So it was cool. But yeah, that's fucking dope. Listen. A lot of people have dreams, right? Especially when you're coming up in the wrestling business. A lot of them have dreams. Most of the dream is WWE. That's like the end goal, or WrestleMania moment. Some people don't. There's a couple people that tell you, yo, Japan, like Japanese wrestling was all I watched growing up. You know what I mean? There's certain type of people. So like for her to make that move to WWE, I think it's an awesome move. I think it's fucking incredible, especially where she started.
Yeah.
Like with the Shaq match, and it was like, okay, what are they doing with her? It was like she could barely do anything in the ring. And then as we saw, she progressed and got better. And now they're gonna put her in that NXT system.
Yeah, I hope. Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
And people are like mad at that.
So
That
I don't
they're
know why
potentially
people
gonna
are
start.
mad, because listen, we both love AEW, right?
Yeah.
But let's agree. We know we could agree that WWE is the place to be in America.
Yeah.
In America,
It's one of the places, I would say, if not the place.
the place. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
AEW is still a young company. 3 years in, right? 4 years in, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
I think it's like 4 or 5, something like that. They're still a young company, so we're always gonna look at them as still like WWE is still a step up. So
Yeah.
like I even saw reports of people saying that WWE was looking to sign Ricky Starks. And they were like, oh my gosh, awesome. And I'm like, duh, they should. The fuck? This
Yeah.
guy's a star.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't they look at this young guy? You know what I mean? Like, if there's any stars you're going to look at right now, right, in AEW, if you're trying to build young talent, the people you could go after are the Jades, the MJFs, the
Wardlows.
You know what I mean? The Wardlows, exactly. Why doesn't Stark fit that? Stark is the man, bro. I'm happy that they're finally doing something with him on Collision. Hopefully he stays, because, like, how would I say this? It would be cool to have like a homegrown star for them be a franchise face.
Yeah.
Like always be with the company. But also everybody has dreams, so you can't really shit on them for leaving.
You can't force
You know
like
what I
yeah,
mean?
money
Yeah,
talks here and there, but like you
yeah.
can't really like say, oh, you can't go to WWE. You have
You
to stay here.
can't go. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it would be cool to have a guy for a couple years that was like the guy. You know what I mean? Like I think that would be dope. I think Ricky and MJF are those guys for AEW
For
if
sure.
they use them the right way.
Yeah. And people, like I said before, people are mad that like NXT is like a consideration for Jade. And I'm like, you gotta you gotta understand that like AEW. I'm not saying there's any way to shit on them, but AEW has a different style how they have their characters on TV. They run things differently. You can't just say throw Jade into the picture on television, expect her to know what to do on television.
So if I agree with you, right? I agree with you to an extent. What
To what?
Jay did in AEW, right? She should be shot up to the main roster.
Yeah,
But still learning the ropes. So you gotta put her in NXT to actually like, you know what I
I
mean?
wouldn't put
Like,
her. Yeah, I
cause
wouldn't put her in
AEW,
NXT for that long. I would say like
no.
at tops like 5 months max. That's it. Like don't even put her for a year. She shouldn't even be there for a year.
So
She
I
should
would
even have a
say,
title run in NXT.
I
Not
would,
saying she doesn't deserve that shit. Like it's like throw her in there. Similar to what we talked about like months ago about Carmelo Hayes.
mm-hmm.
They took way too long to call
Oh
him up.
yeah, yeah. He should be up there already.
Exactly. They don't need to waste time hunting her down there just to be like, oh, you're gonna get called up an hour time. Like, nah, she's
Yeah,
ready. She doesn't need that much training.
yeah.
She's getting better. She got trained by
Like,
Brian Danielson, you
yeah.
know. So I think
What
four
month
to
is
five months
this?
should be fine.
So let's say right. Let's say she does sign, right? Let's
Yeah,
say she does sign, and let's say they debut her like in December. I want to see her. Like, I wouldn't be mad if she was in NXT till like SummerSlam.
yeah.
I'd be like, all
That would
right,
be like the exceptional date,
yeah,
but not like anything that. I
not
want to see
nothing
her be.
more, nothing
Yeah,
more
nothing
than
more.
that. That's even like a lot. Because I would say from
Yeah,
December to May, but like I would like her to have like at least 2 or 3 feuds there.
yeah,
Doesn't have to be for the title, but just two or
exactly.
three like big feuds, and then make her way up there.
Exactly. She just needs to know how to work. Yeah, train a little bit more in the ring, but like know how WWE system works compared to AEW.
Yeah,
That's it. Because if you think about it, everyone who's gone through NXT, even the veterans, have gone through NXT.
yeah,
It's just knowing WWE's crowd and having WWE's crowd know who they are. And once
yeah,
they have that familiarity, like okay, now you're ready for the main roster. Let's go.
yeah,
So I don't think she needs that much time.
yeah.
You know what
But
I mean?
I think it's dope though. I think it's dope that she's getting signed. I know like all the fans are like separated. One people like she should stay with AEW, and the other people are like, nah, she needs to move up, come to WWE. You always gotta have those AEW fan, WWE fan arguments. I just look at it as we all know what the truth is. We all love AEW, right? Because it's our alternative. Same way we all love Impact. You know what I mean? Like, but WWE will always be WWE. It's
Yeah.
just what it is. They've been around for too long, man. It's
Yeah,
just
that is
crazy.
true.
They could do bad business for 5 years and still be probably in the positive on making money. You know what I mean? Like they could probably do bad booking for 5 years and still be fine.
Yeah, that is true.
And
I agree with that.
they've gone through those periods. COVID was
And
one of them. COVID was one of them.
yeah, I'm like very intrigued on this mainly. I think that's why I'm excited, I guess. Because it's like I want to see how well she does.
Yeah.
I want to see her progression in wrestling. You know what I mean?
I
And
want to see them build somebody. I want to see them build somebody like her. I want to see if they're able to do that. Somebody that's coming
yeah,
from the outside
yeah, and
and
that's why I think that's why I'm intrigued by it.
and it's still like she's not like she was a star to us in AEW, right? But not everybody looked at her like a star. So like to take a star and then turn her into like a bigger star, I
Yeah,
want to see how they do that instead of like
and
from nothing to something.
we've seen like wrestlers in the past like switch companies and like progress. You know,
Yeah,
Like there's so many names I could probably think of that like
but usually they're older.
I mean, even the younger talent, you can even it's about the exposure and where you learn. Even
Yeah,
some people who've gotten released in the past, who've gone to different companies, progressed, come back, and do better things. Like for example, Matt Cardona, bigger
oh,
name. Like he took
shout
his
out Matt.
time outside of WWE, did his thing, and I think grown his name out more.
Oh, he's
And
a
it,
thousand
people might
times
not think the
better.
same way because she's going to WWE, but people who knows, she may progress in her ring from what she learns in the performance center.
Yeah,
She may work with a lot of great people that can give her great advice in the ring that can make her look a lot better than what she did in AEW. So
exactly. Yeah,
I'm intrigued to see that. And someone who also signed with WWE recently, who I'm also very intrigued in how he does, is Brian Pillman Jr. Like,
yeah.
he's also somebody who I'm very intrigued in how well he does. Because, yeah, he may not have been treated well in AEW, but who knows? He may be North
Just
American champion by the end of next year. We don't
maybe,
know.
maybe. The-
Exactly. So we
I
don't know
love
that.
I love Brian Pillman Jr. in the ring. He's awesome. He just like I feel like he's just so bland. That's
That
all you
may
need to help.
change.
You need to help him with his character work, and he'll be alright. Like he'll be good. But like
Yeah.
that's the only thing that's like lacking in him. I was really like I'm trying to think like I don't know. Yeah, it's mainly that because he's awesome in the ring. Like
Yeah.
it's just that he was very bland. Even when they
Because the
were in that
thing,
tag team together, it was just like, yeah, got no fucking personality. You know what I mean? Like it
yeah,
was just like
there
I
were
didn't.
some
I
moments
hate
where
to
he,
say it, but like
yeah, because there were some moments where like he would cut a promo here and there, and it's like, oh shit, that was a good promo.
yeah,
I remember there was one time I forgot who he had a match with. I think it was for like a Rampage where they actually did the backstage promo, and I'm like, wow, that was a good promo by Brian Pillman Jr.
yeah.
I wish we could see more of that.
He had a couple good promos. The one where he came out in the Bengals jersey, screaming in the
Yeah,
ring. There was a couple promos he did that was really good. But he'll go from that to the next week, just like
yeah,
with with the cheerleader, the varsity shit, waving at the crowd. And I'm like, yo,
yeah.
what the fuck? Like,
But I think they had a
but
lot of chances to make Brian Pillman Jr. great there
they
because
didn't
like
have nothing for him. They
there
never
were
had nothing for him.
they for a while they didn't they could have because if you think about it there was a moment on this may not sound like a great argument to say but like on Dark they had a feud with the Acclaimed.
Yeah,
They did nothing with that.
yeah,
That was a great feud if you watched Dark weekly, but if they like showed that more on television that they did with the Guns feud with the Acclaimed, they
they
probably would
should
have
have.
gotten over too. You know what I mean?
Probably,
Because
yeah,
the Guns feud started on Dark,
yeah.
so who knows? It's all about taking chances. It may who knows? Maybe you'll have a great feud, great storyline, great match in
Yeah, but
NXT
the
that will get
gun,
him on the map.
but the guns do have like that swagger to them. You know what I mean? Like they have
Yeah,
that to them, so it's like kind of like they probably feed off each other more than you know what I mean than they did with the acclaimed.
yeah,
I don't know, but yeah, you right. But again, this is another this thing. A guy that kind of was a star, but not really a star. What's up? Just don't push his father down my throat.
yeah.
I
That's the only
don't
thing I
do
don't want to
that.
see.
Don't give
Do you
me
think they'll
him.
change his name?
Don't give me him and Cody because their fathers wrestled one time. Don't do that shit.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think they're gonna do that. I think they're
I
gonna
don't want
do
to
that.
believe you. But do you
But
think they'll change his name because of that, or like they'll keep it
I think
Brian
they'll
Pillman
keep
Jr.?
it. I think they'll keep it.
Yeah, it makes sense. But
They
like,
should.
yeah, yeah, maybe. Who
They
knows?
let Mysterio keep his.
Yeah, you're right.
Now
You're
he
right.
just now people don't even say Mysterio. It'll just be Dom.
Dom, yeah, or Dirty Dom or something. It's not Mysterio.
Yeah.
It is Dominic Mysterio, but it's like you don't call him Dominic
Yeah.
Mysterio. It's
But
Dom,
even when you're
Dom,
talking
Dom.
to people, you're like, yeah, like you saw what Dom did this past week. Like I
Yeah,
don't gotta be like Rey Mysterio's son.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah, he
exactly.
actually got a personality now. You see, like if something happens like that, you'd be like, because remember when we talked, I was like, he needs to get away from his father because he has no personality. You need to build him a character, and they did it with Dom perfectly. Hopefully, they could do the same with Brian Pillman.
Yeah,
That'd
I
be
hope so
dope.
too. But yeah, I'm excited for Jade Cargill. I'm
Yeah,
excited to see what they have planned for her. Um, a lot of great dream matches that we all think of. My first feud that I personally would want to see her go up against. The Not the first one specifically, but I do want to see her go up against Charlotte Flair at some point. That's my dream match
Most
with her.
definitely.
A lot of people saying Bianca, which is cool. I'm not saying I don't want that, but like
I'm cool. I want to see
it
her
could
and Rhea.
happen. Ooh,
They're like the same like size.
Nia
That'd be
Jax? No, I'm
cool.
joking.
This woman.
uh, yeah, but there's like a lot of dream matches you could
Yeah.
put her up against,
But it's
which
cool
would
that
be
she. It's cool that she signed. That's awesome.
yeah.
I fuck with
Do you
that a
think
lot.
she'll? Do you think they'll wait till the Rumble to call her up to bring her there, or straight to NXT?
Probably probably to NXT.
Yeah, it would be cool if they did a Rumble spot, but like it'd be weird they brought it up for the Rumble then back down to NXT
Yeah.
because the Rumble spot would be
Like
kind of
if you
dope.
do a couple NXT people and you slide her in there, like we got a couple NXT
Yeah,
people. You know what I mean? That'd be cool. Like I remember one year they had like 5 women in it. I think they had like 5 women in one, and then the 5 men in the men's. Right? What year was that?
yeah.
That was the
I
one.
forgot.
Andrade came out with the
Adam
belt.
Cole.
Yeah, it
I
was a
think
couple
yeah.
of them. I think it was 5 of them. I
I
think
think it was
that
like
was the
2019.
was that the year that they were like. I think that was the year that they did that, and then in November they did the Survivor Series with them. I
That
think they wanted to
2019.
see
Yeah,
what reaction they would get if they
it
came
was
to the
definitely
main
2019.
roster. Yeah, so it had to be
Because that
that
was
year.
the year that they had to bring them in because of the whole Saudi shit when the
Yes.
fight. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So they
yeah,
definitely tested that shit out at Royal Rumble and said, all right, they got a response. Let's try something new. Which,
yeah,
fuck it, that's a good way to try it out. But yeah, you could do something like that and sneak her in just like as a little, Jade's in there.
yeah. That'd be cool. That'd be a
That's a
cool
fact.
spot. What also happened last week
What happened last week, man?
on
The
Friday Night
The
SmackDown? We
Rock
got
came back because there's a strike happening, and TKO gave him the bag. How all of a sudden, right? Vince McMahon takes a back seat, and a new company takes over, and the first person we see is The Rock.
That's what I thought
We
too.
couldn't get this guy for the last 5 years. We got him for the first one without McMahon hosting it.
Exactly.
That's
What?
that TKO and ESPN partnership right there, because he was on College Game Day.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Like, I
So
thought
what
they
happened?
did.
So I didn't know it was gonna happen because I wasn't watching SmackDown at the time. I was at the Met game, so I was sitting there like on the way to the game, and I saw a clip of McAfee's show, and The
Yeah,
Rock was on it, and I was like, "That's cool." I was like there in Colorado for the college game. Da 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 da. When I saw the picture of McAfee go up, I was like, "The Rock showing up."
yeah.
The Rock got it. I was like, he's got to show up. And then a couple minutes later, I got the alert. It was like The Rock shows up on
This is
SmackDown.
kind of what I said last week too when we were talking about the whole Becky Lynch and NXT thing.
Yeah,
It was like I thought the reason why, like, yeah, I agree with you when you said the TKO stuff, but I thought the reason why they brought them out was because of that clip that went viral about Brock talking about like Roman Reigns, that whole WrestleMania thing.
yeah.
I thought that's why they brought them there because of that, and
Nah,
I'm like, did you have to do that because of the clip went viral? No, but if you actually had something for him down the line, okay, makes sense. But if you're just gonna have him come
nothing.
out this one time and then not see him till Mania season,
If that.
yeah, like what you could have waited till the Rumble or something to actually have an unexpected surprise. Like, I mean, I loved that the Brock came out. I was excited. I was hyped for it because I was watching it live. But like, if that was the reason because of the social media clip, don't do it because of social media.
TKO
Like
said,
that
"Yo,
just annoys it.
come through
Yeah.
real quick."
Like, I'm not mad at The Rock. I'm not saying
He
anything
said,
bad about The Rock.
They were like, "How much you want? How much you want to show up
Yeah.
tonight? I got
Like
you.
y'all right there. You're literally
I
down
could
like
direct deposit you right now if you come. If you come to this arena."
exactly. They probably
Nah,
like had
it was
to
a cool moment though. I just hate like I'm one of those Twitter fans that I'm like I believe we only have Cena and The Rock because of the strike, and when the strike is over, we're not gonna hear much from them
probably.
because The
Probably.
Rock's been talking a lot about WrestleMania in Philly and how last year was a lock. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's make this year a lock. But if the strike finishes before April, is it really a lock?
I mean, like
If the strike ends, he's got all these movies already signed up that they're
I mean,
gonna
I
just
guess they
start
gotta push
throwing
him.
dates
Yeah,
at him. He ain't pushing that back. He had a
maybe
movie
I.
that he got signed for like 350 mil. I forgot what it was. I think it was like a Christmas movie or some shit. You don't think if
Yeah,
that
that's,
shit finishes, they're not gonna be like, yo, we need you here now, homie. We threw
it'll probably
350 at you. You
it'll
think they're gonna
probably be
throw
like a
that?
John Cena thing from this year's WrestleMania, where it's like, oh, you're gonna be on the first match, then you leave right after this type of thing.
Maybe,
But
but they don't want what happened to 29. That's what happened with
29,
29. He got hurt, and was it Hercules that he was filming after?
I think so.
They had to push the days because he tore his pec,
Shoulder.
right? Was that
Yeah,
what he tore?
I
He
think it
tore
was his shoulder. I
something.
think he said it hurt
Yeah,
his
he
shoulder
fucked up
pop.
something, but he needed surgery, so they had to push back the filming. That's why
Yeah,
he. That's why they're so strict about it now. So people put it in their contract, like, yo, you can't wrestle if you're under contract with us.
yeah.
So if that strike stops, that's it. Are you really in Rock? Are you really in Rock?
I mean, I'm excited that he's back.
No, it would be
Um,
cool to see him
yeah,
more. Like
yeah.
it just
I
I
just
feel
hope,
like we only seeing him because of that, because he's got nothing else to do.
but I just hope that like he works something out with the movies and producers and stuff that he's currently working with after the strike.
Yeah.
Like, I hope they work something out. Like, hey, I'm doing this. This is the plan. So whenever this stops and ends, I'm gonna be working with WWE till then. So they may have to delay some stuff. So I don't know. I think he probably. I think he would understand where you're coming from with this whole strike thing. Like, he has nothing to do till it
Yeah.
ends. But like, I think he would be smart enough to be like, hey, I can't really fully commit next year, not just yet. So I think that's why kind of why they had him come out now to be like, hey, here, have your moment, have your return. If you're not like sure if you're going to be free for next year's Mania, we don't want to have this whole thing planned out just yet.
Yeah.
Until you confirm that you're actually going to stay here. That's why I kind of think they did it now. Um, just as
Okay.
they could say they he returned. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? The fans are begging him to come back. This is the right time to do it. Will he compete?
I would love
That's
to
like up in the air.
see I would love to see The Rock back, but
Yeah.
I really wouldn't.
I mean,
Like
at this point, it's like it doesn't make sense to anymore,
yeah, like it
in
would
my
have been
opinion.
cool. I think this was the year you could have done it. To be honest, I think last year was the year it should have happened at
Yeah.
Mania. Didn't happen. I just don't want him to show up and that shit's ass. I don't want to see him running the ropes and he looks like Undertaker. Cause
I
yeah,
don't
he's
think
in
so.
shape, but is he in ring shape?
I mean,
There's a
I know he just did
difference.
the rock bottom on Austin Theory, but that looked pretty good. You know what I mean?
But
It
can
looked like
he
he's been running.
go 10 plus? It's cool
I
for a
think he
couple
can. He looks
seconds.
in great shape. I think he can go
Yeah,
10
but there's
plus
a difference, bro. There's a difference between in shape and
ring shape.
ring shape, running around the ring for 10 plus minutes.
Yeah, I mean, he could definitely train for that. He could
No, yeah,
definitely train for
definitely.
that.
But I just don't. He's a little older now. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's in great shape, but can he move the way he used to? Am I going to see him move in like slow motion? I don't want to see him. You know what I mean? I don't want that to be the last image. At least like Stone Cold, they hit it with the Anywhere Falls match. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they kind of hit it. That was just like, it's just a street fight. Like it's not a technical fight. The Rock, you can't really do that because he wasn't that kind of wrestler. Stone Cold,
Yeah.
you can hide it because he is fucking reckless. You know what I mean? You can't hide it
Exactly.
with The
Yeah.
Rock.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, fuck. I don't want him to tarnish his legacy, come back and give a shit match.
I get it. I get it.
You
Like
know what I
I
mean?
don't
Like,
think he will. I
I
think
hope
The
not.
Rock. I think if you're trying to have The Rock come back for one more match, if he does something, I think he's someone that I can actually trust. Like
Yeah.
Stone Cold is like, yeah, it was just a one time thing. He wasn't coming back full time. Obviously, it was a falls count anywhere or street fight, so that made sense. But if you're trying to go 10 plus minutes in a match for like a main event or something, I'll call either Cena or The Rock.
Yeah.
Like those are the two guys I can call. Be like, hey, you need a big name for a Mania match, main event. can you do this day for
I
this
know
many
Cena's
times,
the guy.
whatever?
Cena's the guy to go
Yeah,
in
I mean,
right
because
now.
he's a little
But
younger and he's done it
yeah,
more recently than The Rock. But like The
damn,
Rock, he
I
like
just
again,
don't want him to fuck any of his legacy.
I don't
I don't
think
think
he
it will,
will.
but in my mind it will. I'll be like, yo, we saw this guy at WrestleMania 49, at WrestleMania 50, just walling.
The thing is with The Rock, like I think in my opinion, I think he needs one more match. You know
You
what I
think
mean?
so?
I think so.
Like a legit
Not.
match, not like the WrestleMania 32 shit.
Oh no 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 no.
You don't count that? That was his last match, man.
I mean, I know it's like 10 seconds,
It
but like
counts. It
it,
counts. It's in the record book.
I know, but it's like
That's a
that's
retirement
another reason
match.
why you would have him do it and come
Yeah,
back, because you need like I
you
think
gotta
he would
redeem
want to end his
yourself.
WWE career like, hey, I want this person, this
Yeah,
time, this place, whatever. That's my last match. If I win or lose, cool.
yeah.
Then off to acting again. So I think
Off to acting
this
again.
then like whatever match he chooses against whomever or wherever, have that be the last match, and then maybe nothing to the Hall of Fame next year because he
Yeah.
never actually retired from WWE.
No, that's why they
So
never
he
put him
could
in the Hall of Fame.
exactly. So just give him more match, whatever he wants, and then call it a career.
That is true. That is very true.
So
That's not
if
a
I
bad
were
idea.
WWE, I would listen up to him, and be like, hey, what do you want to do? If he wants to go back,
Just
like I said before, I think he could do it. I think he could go back and say, hey, just run the ropes, go to the performance center, go to your like personal ring if you have a ring. I'm pretty sure he probably has one in his
yeah.
house.
Nah, yeah, he
Um,
had. I think
yeah,
I forgot the story. I think it was Kurt Hawkins that helped him train for his last
really,
comeback. Yeah,
really.
I think I was watching like an interview of him like giving a tour of like
Shout out
his
to Kurt Hawkins.
like his memorabilia and stuff. As a picture of them like in an empty warehouse, him giving him a rock bottom. Ooh, and he was like, yeah, I helped him train for a comeback because he was
Wow,
doing nothing on TV. So Vince sent him. I was like, whoa, that's fucking fire.
that's a big responsibility.
Hell yeah,
To help The Rock come back, like come on,
exactly.
that's
But
sick.
yeah, so
But
like do that again with one of the young guys. You know what I mean? Send like,
exactly,
nah, you can't send somebody that's on TV. You gotta send somebody that's like,
send like Drew Gulak or
yeah,
somebody.
that's probably the person to send.
Like, cause I heard he's good at training. I heard
Yeah,
he helped like Danielson come back once.
that's
So
crazy.
I think you just send Drew Gulak,
Yeah, why
maybe
not?
Natalia, Tyson Kidd. Does it?
Tyson Kidd is the guy.
Yeah, have
Tyson
him
Kidd.
work it.
Yeah,
That'd be sick.
that
That'd
would
be
be
sick.
dope. Yeah,
But yeah,
you just gotta help him out. You gotta.
yeah.
I think it'll be dope though, but I just don't want him. I don't want like if he can't do it, don't do it, bro. I don't want him to force that shit just because of the fans, and then we're all like, that was the comeback. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, because I
which
do
I think a
think
lot of
that
people are
like
gonna say that. People are just gonna. What happened now is that people are building it so much that when it actually happens, they're gonna be disappointed.
I think that it should have happened before Cody's. Because like, if you think about it, will The Rock win the title from Roman Reigns? Probably not. If he's gonna dip right after Mania, then I don't think he's gonna win it.
Yeah,
Not saying I don't want to see it still. I'm not saying that it's not gonna be a good match or a good storyline or anything. I just don't think it makes sense to do it after Cody. If he didn't win it, The Rock's definitely not gonna win it. So
yeah,
maybe they'll do
Cody,
something to where Damien cashes in right after. Who knows? Maybe The
maybe.
Rock can say, "Hey, I beat the head of the table," but that same night, boom, Damian Priest comes out, or the next day. The
Damn,
next day is The Rock.
and that's a big thing for Priest too.
Yeah, and then or you could just come out the next Friday and be like, "Yeah, I just wanted to win it to take it off of
Yeah,
Roman. That's it."
vacant,
Yeah,
vacant.
people will probably be pissed, be like, "Oh, we could
Yeah,
give this
people would be
Cody."
fucking pissed.
Yeah,
People would be pissed because they're gonna be like, "You let him beat him, and he's not even sticking around." People would be tight.
yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy. Damn, shout out to Rock though. I do want to see it, but I kind of don't just because of that aspect of it.
yeah.
But
I get it, I get
I
it.
don't
But it
know.
was a cool moment.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, like you
It was
said,
just
this
cool to
might have
see if
been
he
the
saw
thing that
him.
he was like, I can't commit this year. So like, you know what? Here's your moment. Go out and
Yeah.
have fun.
Exactly. That's what I thought it was too. Like, oh, if you can't
Yeah,
come out
you
next
might
year
be
for
right to be
Mania,
honest.
what happened?
So guys, don't I say you might be right to be honest. So don't be mad, guys, if The Rock doesn't show up. Nick spoiled it for all of us. We're gonna
Yeah, I'm
come back
sorry,
to this
guys.
episode.
My
I'm gonna
fault.
be like, yo, Nick told us, bro. We got our hopes high for
Yeah,
nothing.
exactly, exactly. I just think it was just you got your time to come back. People loved it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Even if he doesn't come back, it was still a cool moment to see The Rock come out there. It's always good when he comes out. He just comes out, roast somebody, hits the
Has
rock
a
bottom. Still an
has a
awesome
good
moment.
time. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
remember
always
I
a
was
good
there.
time.
I was there when he came back on. Was that Rusev? Yeah, he wilded out on Rusev.
That was a
He was
Brooklyn show,
yeah
or
that random ass Brooklyn show. Yeah, but
okay,
that was also because Brian was hurt. Brian, because I went through like a row of shows I went to trying to watch Brian fight,
yeah,
and he was always injured.
yeah.
I was like, story of his life. Like the fuck, bro. I was like, I just want to see Dave Bryan. Like, why is he always
Yeah.
injured, bro? Fuck.
Uh,
Even
even
the
when,
even the week before WrestleMania 30, he wasn't in the building. I think he came out, did a promo, and left.
but did you stay
WrestleMania
around for the
30 was
night?
the main event. The
Did you stay
fuck?
around for the Raw after at least for that one?
For which one?
Because the Raw after he won both belts, 30
Oh no,
or
I didn't go
31.
to that Mania.
I thought you went to that one.
No, I went to 29. So for
Oh,
30, I went.
Jersey.
Yeah, for 30, I went to the
Ah,
going home, the one where Taker. Yo, I
yeah, the
went
one
with
with
my
the Brock
sister.
Lesnar. Yeah,
Yeah, she got me tickets for my
yeah.
birthday. It was my first Raw ever, like live TV. I had did
Wow.
Mania 29, but that was like the first TV I did, and then this one was like the first live. Like this is not like a big ass stadium. Like I was shown on
Yeah,
TV. It was fire. So we're there, right?
yeah,
And it was the episode where Bray puts the mask on Cena while he's in the ropes. The place goes crazy. And then at the end, they do the contract sign with Undertaker and Brock. And Undertaker choke slams Brock and leaves. I remember I turned and I looked at my sister. I said, Taker's losing on Sunday. Like disappointed. She was like, what do you mean? I was like, you you never see the person on the go home leave
yeah.
on top unless they're losing. Learned
Exactly,
that a long time ago. No one gets the upper hand and also wins on Sunday.
exactly.
Unless you're a heel. You get away with it. I was like, unless Taker cheats, he's not winning on Sunday. And the guy behind me called me crazy. Ha! I told you.
We gotta
I
find that
knew
guy.
it.
We gotta
I
find that
knew it.
guy.
I gotta get him on
uh,
this episode. I gotta get him on an interview and be like, how you feel, man?
like the end of
How
the
you feel?
interview would be
You
like,
laugh?
remember
Yeah.
uh
It was an
7 years ago,
older
9 years
dude
ago?
too. Yeah, it was an older dude too. I'm gonna be like, how you felt laughing at a 15-year-old? And I was right. And I was right.
uh yeah.
What time though?
But we saw him at least when he went to Grand Slam 2 years ago in Kenny.
That
So
shit
that
was
was
crazy.
yeah.
Oh, let's get into that Grand Slam.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. It
What did
happened
you
last night.
think of Grand Slam?
We didn't go to it this year, so we didn't
Shout
see it
out,
live in person.
yeah, we saw.
But from what I saw on TV, it was okay show. It was okay.
You
I
didn't
didn't think
fuck
it
with
was a
it?
terrible show, but it wasn't like honestly out of the three Grand Slams, it wasn't the best one. Um,
No, it's not the best one. The best one was the
yeah,
first one.
yeah, the first one was the best one, yeah.
Yeah,
But then
and then it's yesterday, and then it's the third one. I mean the
yeah,
second one.
and the second one, yeah.
Yeah,
But it was okay. It was decent, not a bad show. A lot of great things that happened, a lot of
I
great
like.
wrestling.
Yeah, I had
Kingston
fun
won.
watching it.
Kingston won the Ring of
Kingston
Honor.
won, bro. That's so awesome.
I'm
That's
happy for
so
that. I knew
dope.
it. I
That
knew
was a
it.
big moment. He worked hard for that shit, bro. All these years, and they finally give him his moment. And beating Claudio. That's even in your hometown. What more could you like?
Exactly.
Come on, bro.
Exactly.
That's so
What a better
sick
way to do it.
to. And the place was going nuts.
Yeah.
They loved Eddie, bro.
I know. Great, great. And what also what happened was Sammy turned heel. And I feel
Sammy
like
turned heel, and we should have known through the trunks because he came out with the jacket, and I saw his tights, and I said, "Oh shoot, he's wearing Jericho gear." I was like,
yeah.
"That's awesome!" Like when
I
he
didn't
split,
notice that at first 'cause I didn't realize.
yo, and
And then
then he turned, and then it turns out it's the same one that Jericho wore when he turned on Shawn,
yeah, I
and
saw the
then
pictures. I was like,
the
shit.
pic, the
Yeah.
picture side by side,
Yeah. And
awesome.
I feel like I said it once. I don't know if I said it on an episode or
What
when
that
we
he
were
was gonna turn?
watching All In. Yeah. Cuz I feel
Yeah,
like I don't remember. I got to watch that episode again. Cuz like I remember it
you
might
said
have been
it.
at All In when we were watching at the viewing party. Cuz
It
I
might have
remember I
been
was like,
that or the
why is Sammy
prediction.
out here? What happened?
I think it was either that or on the not the prediction when we like recapped it.
Yeah, one of
Because I
those
think
two.
you
Cuz I'm
told me
like,
that day when we were watching it. I was like,
oh,
I don't know, bud. I don't
yeah, cuz
know.
I'm like, why is Sammy out here and no one else for Osprey is out here.
Yeah,
Don Callis, I don't think he was out there
bro.
for Osprey.
Nah, he was on commentary, I think. So
I
he's
think
kind of
so,
out
because
there,
I'm
but
like,
not really.
yeah. So I'm like, if they're having Sammy this invested, he's gonna turn on
Yeah, bro.
Chris Jericho.
And then the video that you see, and you see Sammy just saying it, you see Callis walking in the background. Such a dope shot. Like,
Yeah,
that was awesome. Wow, what a moment. That was cool. That was
I'm
dope.
glad that Sammy is joining with
That
Don
was, yeah,
Callis.
that was cool, bro. But it
Yeah,
looks. Did you see when this comes out?
he's coming out Friday afternoon, so
Okay, we'll
before
talk about
Rampage.
it next week then.
Yeah,
I saw
it's
the
a
spoil.
Rampage spoiler.
I saw the spoilers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't see all of it,
All
but
right, we'll talk after this then. I'll put
yeah,
you.
yeah. We talk
I'll
about
put
the
you on.
what is it about Don Callis? Is that what it is?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll put you on.
Okay, okay. I didn't see that spoiler. Then. Wait, let's wait till after. Tell
We'll
me after,
talk. We'll talk
because I don't
after.
watch Rampage
But
anime. So
but yeah, that was dope as hell. The women's match was cool.
yeah,
It was
it was
cool.
it was a fun match. The women's match was fun. It was like
Fun
we
match.
had it. The women's match had its ups and downs. Like, oh, is Tony gonna get it back? Is
Yeah.
Saraya gonna retain it? Um, there were close moments. I was like, oh shit, Tony's gonna get it back. And then
Mhm.
the whole, Saraya won it. Um, Tony tried to cheat. Ruby
Yeah.
tried to help her, and it was like, oh my god, it
It's a
was a great
mess.
match. I thought it was gonna be not that good, but it really
Yeah.
blew
Nah, it was
my
cool.
expectations.
It was cool. I like that match. Um, Mox Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm
That was
sorry. That
tough.
sucks. That sucks that Mox got hurt. It
Um,
sucks. Bad timing.
Terrible. I knew it was bad when they stopped showing him on camera. Um,
Yeah,
yeah. And my brother like sent me a video and you see him like try to move his legs. I was like, at least he's moving his legs.
yeah.
Put his hand up and did that. I was like, he's good.
I
Like he's chilling. And I heard it, and he walked off.
Yeah.
So
It
that's cool.
sucks that Mox got injured and that he had to
Uh,
give his title. But
Put him
I
on
am
give him
intrigued on what.
vacation, bro. He
Yeah,
well deserves that shit.
he
Remember, he was
needs to
supposed to
like.
go, and then he didn't because they needed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Give him,
I'm even though it sucks that Mox got hurt, I'm glad that Phoenix won it because
yeah.
the way I see it is like I feel like he can have a similar run to what Orange Cassidy had. I feel like he
I'm
can.
taking it off of him.
No, no, like I'm not saying like as long. I'm not saying as long as Orange Cassidy,
Yeah,
but similar in terms of like match quality, who he goes up against, how often he defends it,
yeah. So
stuff like that.
so I would only let him hold it to the pay per view.
I was gonna say to the end of the year, till like
To the
the
pay
New
per
Year's
view.
special that they do.
Okay.
I think it's a
Cause
reasonable length of a title reign for Phoenix.
yeah,
Then somebody take it off of
because to
Phoenix.
be honest, I was just gonna give it to Mike Santana.
Oh, that'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. That could be the New Year's show because I feel like
I
with
feel
Mike
like that's a cool
Santana, just
build
build
up.
him up
Yeah,
a
that's a
little bit more.
cool. Yeah,
So I would wait for
I
Mike
fuck with that.
Santana to
Yeah,
do
but
that.
I think that's a cool title for him to go against, like to go for, especially that he's doing his indie run and he
Yeah,
defends it on the indies too. Like that's dope. That's
yeah,
cool
that'd be sick.
promotion for the indie promotions. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? They'll show the footage
the
on
AW
Dynamite or
television.
Collision, whatever show he's on, and they'll be like, "Yo, this past week, you know what I mean? This past
Yeah,
week,
yeah,
Mike Santana was in fucking, you know what I mean? Who gives, who fucking knows? But
yeah.
like,
They show the highlights and
yeah,
everything.
like how
Yeah,
they did with Pac when he was doing his shit. That he was,
yeah,
but his shit was international. But
yeah.
you could do that with Santana. Fuck, send him to
I'm
Puerto
pretty sure there's
Rico.
international
Send him to
stars
Puerto
in the states.
Rico. Let him fucking defend that shit.
Exactly,
Carlito, what
exactly.
up? Carlito,
Yeah,
what up?
that'd be sick. I didn't think
Yeah.
about Mike Santana, but like that'd be a
Yeah,
great.
I think
That'd be great. But like
that's
I
a cool
said,
title for him to go for. But like you
I
said,
think
builds
if
him up a little more.
yeah, I think because
And
the reason why I say that would have been cool, but I didn't think of him because if you want to have Mike Santana face Phoenix for the international championship, the first feud you have to have Santana do is against Ortiz,
yeah,
right? And I
if
think that would be the pay per view feud for Santana for Full Gear.
what happened?
I
Say
think
that
if you
again.
have Santana and Ortiz, it'll be Full Gear.
Yeah, yeah, that
So
makes sense.
I would wait till after that
But
to have
will
him
they
go up
do
against
it?
Phoenix.
Do they have like that much bad blood?
They can make it as if they have that much bad blood.
No, yeah, they could definitely make it. But I'm saying like in real life, like if they have real bad blood, you think they'll do it?
Maybe. I think at Full Gear they should make it like end it off with like a street fight or something.
Yeah,
And then it'd be like that's how you know it's bad blood. They want to go at it. They're coming out. I think I saw that. I saw that spoiler for Rampage. Don't want to get too much in that, but like I think that should be the final match for Ortiz and
What
Santana that
happened?
full year.
What happened? No,
Apparently,
what you?
do you want me to did you see it or
Nah,
no?
nah, nah. Don't say it. We'll talk
Don't say
about
it.
it.
Yeah, we talked about it.
We don't want to spoil it for the viewers.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil. That's all I'm saying.
It's just
Yeah,
tough. I don't know who watches Rampage and who doesn't, because some people
exactly. I
watch that
always
shit
see the
every week, and then some
spoilers.
people are like, "Oh, I don't watch it at all." And
Yeah,
it's like, "Oh, okay, didn't
but
know
yeah, I think
that."
yeah, Mike Santana would be a dope person to
Yeah,
go up against for Ray Phoenix's title. That'd be a sick one.
that's
But
a
again,
cool.
like I think that for if it was Santana to take the title off of Phoenix, I would wait till the end of the year. I think that'd be too soon because I feel like if you take the title off of Phoenix pretty quickly, I think it's gonna give that same feeling like the TNT Championship will do, where it's
Okay.
like, oh, everyone's like taking it off of each other pretty quickly. Then the people are gonna lose interest. Orange Cassidy spent what 200 something days building this title up to make it
Yeah,
relevant,
but I think that's why you could throw it around a little bit, because he held it for so long.
but then you can't do that too often because
No, no,
then
you're not
people
gonna
lose
do it too
interest.
often. You could throw it around one or two more times before the end of the year, and then going into next year, whoever's champ, let them have that reign, and then we're on to like again like the fucking 8 month shit.
Yeah,
Know what I mean?
that'd be
Like,
sick though.
yeah.
Shout out to Mike
Oh,
Santana though.
yeah. Shout out Mike, man.
But yeah,
My son got a first name. That's crazy. I usually take the first names away.
yeah, I thought Mike Santana was like a singer, right? Isn't he like a singer, Mike Santana? Or is it something Santana?
I,
Hold on, now I gotta look it up because
Carlos
I could
Santana.
have
I know Carlos
Carlos
Santana.
Santana. I think
Yeah.
that's who I'm thinking of.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm like I could have sworn there was a Santana with the first name similar to Mike, but I'm like that's weird. Now I gotta look it up. Yeah, it's Carlos Santana. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
Shout out my son Carlos Santana.
I thought it was Mike Santana. I was like, why did he use a singer's name? That's kind of weird.
Did you
But
copyright that?
yeah, this thing comes out starts singing to his music. I was like, what the
Hey
fuck?
yo.
But yeah, Grand Slam was pretty fun.
Yeah, I
The
fucked with it.
MJF thing at the end.
I love the main event.
Yeah,
First
you
of
heard about
all,
Adam Cole?
yeah. First of all, MJF remaking the Bret Hart video. I didn't I wouldn't want anybody else to recreate that video. And the
Yeah.
way they did it, awesome, awesome. Him coming out with the med skier, that's a plus. It put on a hell of a match. It showed MJF is still a heel. You know what I mean? Like, it was cool the way that the finish happened.
Yeah.
Shout out Adam Cole for coming out. Hopefully he's good. I saw that they said he was good. That he was just on crutches. So hopefully it's just like a little tweak.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. But yeah,
Yeah.
love
I
the
was
main
worried
event. I
about
thought the
that. I
main
was like,
event was
oh
awesome.
shit.
Yeah. Because I saw
Yeah,
you
it
could see
was
it
awesome.
when he was in the ring, the way he was moving.
Yeah, he jumped off the stage and it was like he was limping to the side. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
shit. But it looked cool. I mean, yeah, like I love the way they presented MJF in that. The whole the Mets thing,
That
the
was awesome.
video, the Bret Hart video, that was so fucking funny.
Max, that was so sick. When when they showed it, I was like, "There's no way." And then the kid yelled, "Max!" I was like, "Yo, there's no way they're doing this shit right now."
The Andy was
I'm
like, Dad, am I
adopted.
adopted?
Yeah, like yo, that was so sick. I was like, "Yo, shout
That
out
was
MJF,
perfect.
man. Shout
That was
MJF."
perfect. Whoever directed that was pretty sick.
Yeah,
Even if MJF
yo,
came over there, it was
yeah.
pretty
Shout out
funny.
to them for even like thinking about doing that. I got
Yeah.
all videos to recreate the Brett video. That's funny, man. Damn, shout out
Yeah.
MJF.
Now, what else about Grand Slam that happened that you liked?
Grand Slam, Grand Slam. I think they put on an overall good show. Even the Mox match was really good, even though that unfortunate incident happened. Also saw somebody say that he got hurt earlier in the match, which I don't know how much I
I didn't
believe
see it.
that, because like after that hit of the sit down, what's it called? What's the move that he did? The finisher he has, Phoenix. The one that he did the
Yeah,
sit down shit.
I
Damn, I
forgot
don't
what
know
it's
the name
called
of
too,
it,
but
but when he did, it looked like his neck snapped back. I
yeah,
was like, ooh. But it said that like when Phoenix jumped off the stage to him, he knocked himself out because he hit the floor.
that's what I
So
heard too. But it's
so I
like
think it was just the add on of both. But I'm like, he did the whole match, and the match was dope as hell. It didn't look like he missed a step.
exactly. It
It
just
was
wasn't
just
until that he didn't count out, he didn't kick out the count out. I
yeah,
was like,
because
okay,
I
this is
when
weird.
I saw him do the move, I was like, ooh, like
I didn't even notice it at first.
nah. I was like, yo, that kind of looked like something happened right there. But also, I thought of it because I saw something happen earlier in the match. I forgot what it was. So when he did it, I was like, ooh, like he sent the receipt to Mox. But then I was like, they did the 1, 2, and then like the ref was like trying to say it by his shoulder. So I was like, wait, what? They got up
Yeah,
and
yeah,
did it again. Why wouldn't you just like pick him up and clothesline him or something? Or DDT? Why would you do the move again?
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Man.
I don't know.
But hopefully Mox is good. Hopefully everything's all right. But yeah, wow, that was scary.
Yeah, I just hope that like I said before, I just hope that Phoenix does have a great run with the title to not really like downgrade it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because when Orange Cassidy had it, he made it relevant. Like I said, more relevant to the TNT Championship. I don't want to have Ray Phoenix lose it next week just to be
No,
bounced
no, yeah,
around and treated differently.
yeah.
So, like I said, even what if he goes to AAA? I think he's done with AAA.
I'm not
But
sure
like
to be
it's,
honest,
I think
but that would
I
be
think it was
cool.
him or Penta that was done with AAA. But anyways, I think it would be cool if he went to Mexico, CMLL,
Yeah,
other places,
go to
get the
different
talent.
companies and do this shit. Yeah,
Exactly. That's what the national championship was made when Pac did it. I thought it would
yeah,
continue that way, but if Phoenix can do it, that'd be cool. Another thing
yeah.
that I saw on social media that would be cool, like what if like Phoenix and Penta went at it for the international championship?
Oh, that would be
That's
cool.
like a way to split them up. Be like, hey, I
Make
wanted
them
the
singles
championship
guys.
first,
Yeah,
and then you build it up that way. That'd be a great
that
pay
would
per
be
view.
cool.
And probably what if Penta is the one that does it? That takes it off of Phoenix. Full Gear,
Yeah,
or the New Year's Eve show, something. But I think
even
that'd
if
be a
it's
great feud
even
to
if it's
see.
short, you could even do it short notice because you gotta do something with him at Wrestle Dream.
Yeah,
You gotta have a match at Wrestle Dream,
yeah,
unless it's a
that is true.
rematch with Mox.
If I don't know, I think that's too soon for Mox to return though. It's next week,
That's what I'm saying.
so it's too soon for
Yeah,
Mox to return.
and you don't really need to build up Penta. Don't gotta
Yeah,
build up that story either because it's straightforward. Like the fuck, you
yeah.
got the
If
belt
not, then just
first.
wait
Like
till Full Gear to do it.
yeah, but
That'd be sick.
I feel like you gotta have the champ there doing
Yeah,
something,
exactly, exactly.
something.
Yeah. Now, this is what I wanted to wait to the end to talk about because it was a shock to the wrestling universe.
I know
Um,
exactly where you're going with this. Let's talk about
Earlier today, we were recording this Thursday night. Earlier today, we had a whole bunch of releases
it. A
happen. It was that
bunch.
time of the year,
Yep.
and not a good time. A
Which
lot of
was
people.
which was the most shocking to you?
I would say Dolph Ziggler.
Not
Dolph
top.
Ziggler was the most shocking one.
What? They got
Who
rid of
was your
Top
shocking?
Dollar. Nah, fuck it. Yeah, Dolph
Top
Ziggler.
Dollar.
Yo, when you
Yeah.
texted me that, I was reading the tweet. Like I had just scrolled down, I saw a picture of him. I was like, no way. And I saw your text at the top, and then I read it. I read your text first, and then I read the headline. I was like, Dolph Ziggler's really. I was like, bro, what the fuck? I thought he was like a for lifer.
That's
You
what
know what
I
I mean?
thought.
Like he's such a guy like that you could just rely on. That sucks.
I mean, that wasn't really his decision to get let go. It was, he didn't say, let me go, let me get
No,
released.
that's what
The
I'm
company
saying.
just
Like they
released him.
could have still used him. Like
Yeah, that is true. That is
he's
true.
somebody that you could call on and just know that you're gonna get a great showing from him.
Yeah.
He's somebody you throw like big guys that you want to make them look like incredible. Cause he sells great. He could wrestle. You know what I mean? Like that sucks.
I don't know what's next for him though, for Dolph, because it's like I've been reading a lot of tweets and like people are saying like, oh, in the beginning of the pandemic, he was like buying a whole bunch of like independent wrestling T-shirts from independent wrestlers to support them, stuff like that, which I didn't know he did till recently. Um, and like I know his brother's in AEW. He should be following that. If he doesn't, I don't know. But because I also seen interviews of Dolph Ziggler to where it was like I don't think he follows wrestling to be committed to signing somewhere else.
No.
I don't even think he followed WWE
I think
at all.
to be honest, I think he's gonna go with his comedy stuff.
That's what I was thinking
I
too.
think he's
His
gonna go
comedy,
that route, which is dope as hell. Like,
because I feel like a lot of wrestling fans will go to that.
yeah, hell yeah. He usually does events when there's like the big pay per views. Because I
Yeah.
remember when I think 35 was here, he had something at like Caroline's in the city and sold it out. You know what I mean? So like you
Is he
get
funny?
people. You know what I mean?
Is Dolph funny? Is he funny? I've never seen his comedy
I've never
stuff, so I don't
seen
know.
anything.
So
I've always
if
seen
it's
him in the
sold out,
ring
then
and seen him cut promos. That's it.
yeah. I mean,
He
if
must be
he's able to
funny
cut,
if he's selling shit out. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But
exactly. It wouldn't
also,
be
he
selling
does
shit
have
out.
that name as just wrestling fans showing up.
Exactly. I don't know. I got to see it for myself because I don't know
Yeah.
how funny he is. I've
Uh,
only seen him being serious in the ring.
Damn. I
So
wonder if he has anything online. That'd be cool to review.
yeah, if he does
Sit
something in New
down and
York, I'll
watch
definitely go to
this.
it. Like if he does a comedy show in New York, I'll definitely be down to
Yeah,
go see it.
we gotta keep an eye out for that. We might have to do
Exactly. Yeah,
that and
that's like
do a
something I want to do.
review and be like, guys, we went to Dolph Ziggler show. That shit was ass. Or that shit was
No,
really good.
no, I don't know
One of
because
the
I don't
two.
want to say I don't want to judge his comedy stuff too soon because who knows, maybe funny as fuck. Who knows?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But we'll come in and we'll be straight up with y'all. Be like, that shit was
Yeah.
ass or that shit
Yeah.
was really good. We won't sugarcoat
We'll
it.
have him on the show. He could
Bring
now
him
come on the podcast.
through.
Yeah.
We're like, yo, tell a joke. Make
Exactly.
me laugh. Do what people do to comedians.
Yeah.
He's a comedian. Tell him a joke.
Exactly.
I never understood why people do that shit.
There was a lot of names. Shelton Benjamin got let go.
Shelton. That's a big one.
Mustafa Ali.
So I heard there was more NXT ones, but I did not see the list. Did you get to see it or no?
There were a few names, but like they weren't like
Nothing major. More
yeah.
like just trainees.
I mean, there were so
What's the
the
biggest
NXT
name on the
names.
list? What's the biggest name on the list?
Dana Brooke.
Dana?
Dana
I
Dana got let
I
go.
even forgot she was there.
Um. So I don't know any of these people. So
Cool.
from what I
If you don't know
Quincy
them, that'd be
Elliott,
it.
Dabakato got let go. Commander Aziz, he got
Oh
let
shit.
go.
Oh
Um,
shit.
Shanky got let go, but it's Shanky. I haven't seen him in months.
He was
Um,
on the show in India.
yeah, he was on the show in
I
India.
don't know who he wrestled, but I know he was on the show. Yeah, shout out.
Yeah,
They say, yo, you know what? Come through. We got you on this show. And then released him a week later. That's crazy. At least he got to wrestle in front of the crowd.
someone named Kevin Ventura Cortez. Who the hell is this guy?
Cool. I couldn't tell you.
Would not be able to tell you who that
Listen,
is.
and you follow NXT from time to time, so if you don't know them,
Yeah,
I
a lot of
definitely
there's a lot of people
don't.
that like barely had television time. So
Is it like level up people?
I think so. Yeah, I was gonna
Makes
say level
sense.
up people.
Yo, is that shit still
Um,
happening? I feel
yeah.
like I
See,
access
there's
it
someone
every
named
week.
Alexis Gray. Never heard of her.
Yeah,
Um,
it had to be
sucks that she
true.
let go, but like again, never heard of her.
No, yeah, tough you
Um,
lost your job, but yeah,
yeah. So I mean, yeah, I don't mean to
I know
sound
what you
like
mean.
yeah,
No, but like you know what we meant. We're looking for like a Carmelo Hayes or some shit.
yeah, because they
Cause
said
then
I
you'll be
saw
like,
something
whoa. Cause remember when Mandy got released? Like that was
that
like
was a big one. Yeah,
what? Yeah,
yeah.
so we will look. I thought it was gonna be like another big name, but okay.
That's what they
The
were
biggest
announcing
name
it
is
as.
Dana Brooke. Cool.
Yo, Maximum
I
Mil
mean, not
Models got
cool, but like
released.
you know what I fucking mean. Not
Yeah,
cool that they
yeah.
lost their job, but like cool, like it wasn't like. Not even gonna. I'm gonna stop.
I was surprised when Mustafa Ali got
Yeah.
let go because he
So
tweeted it first. That's
so
what I saw. I
yeah
saw the tweet from Mustafa himself saying, "I'm no longer part of WWE." At first, I was confused because I'm like, he has a match in like a little over a week at the NXT show. So what the fuck is this? I thought it was like something that he did months ago where he was like, "I want out of WWE" type thing,
yeah.
and then something
So
requesting his contract.
so I think he's requested his release like a couple times.
Yeah,
So I think it was probably still on the table, and they were like, you know what, this guy wants out. Fuck it, let's
yeah,
get rid of him.
yeah. I'm
Because it was
excited to
mad
see
random.
where Mustafa Ali goes, because
I
for
wonder what
me,
he's gonna do.
like, a lot of people are saying you should go to AEW. That's like always the first company. Someone gets released,
Nah, he should
AEW,
go to like
go
a
there.
MLW.
I would say go to Impact.
Impact's cool too.
The X division needs some. I don't want to say need some work, but like he could be a
It
great
needs
part of that
some
division.
not need some work, need some fresh faces. That's what we'll say.
Exactly, exactly.
Those are the
So I think
words.
he'll be a great addition. maybe work a couple of years there, come back,
Yeah.
build his name up. He could definitely be a world champion there.
Yeah,
Definitely be a
I
world
can see
champion.
him.
So I think just spend some couple of years in Impact, come back to WWE when he's ready,
Yeah.
or
Why not?
more.
Like, or
Yeah,
even because I saw Cardona put out a tweet. He was like, "Yo, this isn't the end. Like,
yeah.
if you work, like, you could make something." Shout out
You know
Cardona, man. He is
who's
like the blueprint now.
yeah, that is true.
That's
Cardona
crazy,
is the
right?
blueprint. That is true.
And we never
His
even like we didn't even see it happening, but he like created the blueprint of like leaving WWE,
yeah.
which is wild.
What? So I think a sleeper. When I mean sleeper, I mean someone who's like gonna shock me the most
Yeah,
outside of WWE between these releases. Riddick Moss.
that was random.
I know it's random, but let me explain. I think Emma, they're engaged or married. She's probably gonna go back to Impact. I think he's gonna go with her. And so the reason I say Riddick Moss is because like a couple of years ago when Steve Macklin got released,
Hmm.
he was not on my bingo card of becoming a future world champion in
No.
any other company. And he was able to go to Impact
Yep.
and get his name put out there, and he became world champion. And he's a bigger star than he was when he got released from WWE. I think
thousand
Riddick
percent.
Moss can be on that same path. If Emma goes back to Impact and she starts working there, he can get signed there too, and he could work his way up to the top, maybe get pushed a little bit, get to that main event picture, win the world championship, then eventually make his way back to WWE as a bigger star than when he was when he got released. Because honestly, I was a big fan of Riddick Moss when he got called up, but they just didn't know what to do with him.
Nah, nah,
Um,
at all.
I think Impact can do that with Riddick Moss, so that's
To
why I
actually
think he's
give
a
him a
sleeper pick.
character, not just
Yeah,
wrestle in
yeah,
black
nothing, but
tights,
yeah.
generic
So
ass black
I do
tights.
think that he can eventually make his name, get his name up there, and eventually become a world champion.
I could see that happening with Impact. Most definitely, I could see that
Yeah,
happen. Elias,
yeah, that was a
heartbreaking,
surprise.
heartbreaking.
Rick Boogs too.
Rick Boogs.
That was also a big one. I didn't think he was gonna get let go.
When was the
Again, a
last
lot of
time we
these.
seen him?
Yeah, I think
It
it
was
was
like a
before the
battle
draft.
royal or something, right? Wasn't it? Because he came back after his injury and he did something.
It was him and Elias did something together for a bit,
Nah, but
but
that was
then
before the injury, wasn't it?
that was after because he was with Shinsuke before the injury, and then he came back, did something with Elias. Then they got drafted to opposite brands.
Okay. Okay, so we
Maximum
haven't
Male
seen him.
Models got released. That was also a one that was hurt because Maximum Male Models, they they were individuals that like were given a character that not a lot of people were fans of at first,
Yeah.
but they were able
And
to
pulled it
take
off.
what they got and they made something out of it.
Yep.
I wasn't the biggest fan. They weren't treated as the biggest tag team. They were treated as comedy gimmicks, and I mean that in the good way because they,
Yeah.
like I said, they got what they were given. They took the ball and ran with it, and they
Made
did
the
the best they could to make
made the best
that
that
characters entertaining. So
exactly.
it made me want to watch more of it. It sucks that they had to get a character change and then eventually get released.
That's
But I
crazy. I didn't
think,
even know that.
yeah, they were part of the releases,
Damn, that's crazy.
and I it sucks, and I hope they can find somewhere that they can keep something like that of a gimmick to keep up
Yeah.
and just roll with it because they're good. They work well together. The characters are great. It's just I think Maximum and Miles can go far.
Damn,
It's
that's
weird though because
so
they only
bad.
also released Top Dollar, but not the other two.
Which is weird.
So
Cause
do you think they're gonna have
he
like?
was basically the leader. After
Yeah, I'm
Swerve left, he
thinking.
was the one that took over when they re-signed.
What I'm thinking is that like they're probably gonna send Ashante and BFAB down to NXT to give new gimmicks because both of them are
Maybe.
talented. Both of them are talented to be wasted on the main roster, not do anything. Might as well send them down.
Yeah.
Get like a fresh start. Doesn't have to be like a year plus long. Maybe a couple of months down the line to just have fans see what they're worth in the ring. Then maybe get called up together. Maybe B-Fat could still be the manager of Ashante, Adonis.
Yeah,
They could still be together. Just because Top Dollar got released doesn't mean the other two cannot do anything.
that's so random. That was just him though.
It was random. It was, but
I wonder
I
how they
feel like he'll
release.
find
Like,
his
what's this
fitting
based
somewhere else
on?
too.
Yeah, I wonder what they do the releases based on though. Like, is it
Because
like how relevant you are,
relevancy,
or is it
relevancy,
like,
yeah.
yeah, I was trying to say that, how relevant you are, or is it just like they're not doing nothing and they're getting paid more than others, so let's just cut them.
Because the thing is too, like a lot of these people, I think the only one out of this releases on specifically on the main roster, I think the only one that was doing something was Mustafa Ali.
Yeah,
Well, he was a free agent, but like he
yeah,
was actually in a storyline involved in the story.
doing
He, like I said,
something.
he had a match in a little over a week. So I don't know why they released him. He was actually doing something. The other ones we didn't really see much. Not saying that they had to lose their jobs, but they didn't weren't doing anything in
They're
their
doing
eyes.
nothing. Yeah,
In their eyes. So
and they probably
um
have nothing for them.
yeah.
So
It's
it's like, all
just
right,
it
guys.
sucks that but I again
Like
I
you said,
stand by what I said.
like the other two in Hit Row is probably just like, you know what, we kind of think we could do something with y'all, so we're gonna send y'all back down, but we can't do nothing with you, bud.
Yeah,
We got nothing planned for you, and just release it. You know what I mean? Like,
probably. Probably. I do want this is also something else too, because like as I was talking about but before we were talking about Jade,
yeah,
I want to see how what these others can do outside of WWE, wherever they sign. You know, let's say if Mustafa Ali goes to Impact and he kills it over there. If what I said about Riddick Moss and Emma going to Impact and they kill it over there,
I could definitely see that
or
happening.
Shelton Benjamin going to AEW, Top Dollar going to the independent
Damn,
scene, you
Shelton's a
know,
free agent, man.
exactly. They can
Yeah,
all go to these different places, reinvent themselves to be able to say, hey, WWE, I want to go back to you guys as a top star now, or
yeah,
WWE want interest in them too. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. You know that guy EJ in Duca, I think his name is. He was in MLW. He so let me backtrack because you don't know. I don't think you know who he is.
no, I never
Um,
heard that name. He was in
he
MLW.
was yeah MLW
Okay.
guy. He was signed to NXT. Got released in 2020 by them. He was somebody that EJ and Duca was someone who had no wrestling experience prior to WWE, and he got released in 2020. I think he had like two matches on live events in NXT. Eventually, got signed by MLW, became one half of the tag team champions, got let go, and now AEW is interested in him. And I think he had like a dark match this past Saturday,
Oh shit.
all
Nice.
because he used to be in WWE. They gave him a chance. He impressed
Yeah.
everybody. To have AEW interested in him instead of him trying to get their attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
Any of these
definitely.
people can reinvent themselves to be like, oh, AEW wants you, WWE wants you back now. That like Matt Cardona said in the tweet, just take the chances that you have. It's not the end of your career. Just make the most out of what you can outside of WWE to get yourself back on there. And that's what I 100% agree with what he said
No, yeah,
because
that's a
that's the
fact.
story. Like
And
he, wait, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say that's a fact. Like that, whatever you do out there, it's like this. Like you gotta make it yourself. You gotta make it original too to make it work. I think that's what helped. That's what helps a lot of people. The originality. You know what I mean? If it's not original, people aren't gonna gravitate to it. So like Cardona, it worked perfectly, but it probably didn't start out that way. You had to figure it out. It's not gonna
Yeah,
just your first booking and it's just gonna be like that. I think he was released for a while before he showed up at GCW. But even then, that's when it was like slowly like, yo, Cardona's like everywhere. He's like really everywhere. And then slowly, just all of a sudden, then he showed up in GCW, and then he was really everywhere. I was like, damn, I can't put on an indie show without seeing Cardona on the poster. You know what I mean? So it was
yeah,
like, just gotta go out there, fuck it, try and make it work. Or even like you said, like the guy from MLW. I've never seen a match from him. I've only seen clips, and he's nice.
yeah.
Cause I had to look him up. Cause I was like, I've never heard that name. Not trying to like offend nobody, but like
Yeah, yeah,
I don't watch MLW like that. But I'd be watching clips
exactly,
and stuff. So I've seen a clip of him, but I've never seen like a full match. But now that I know that story, definitely gotta check that shit out.
exactly. Because like, and what Mac? Let me find the Mac Cardona tweet because I want to read that the people who haven't seen it yet because I really it was like the most factual tweet I've seen all day based
Yeah.
on something like this.
Hold up,
It
I'm
was like what he said
I'm gonna send it to you right
was.
now.
Oh, I'm on his Twitter page right now.
Oh, okay. I was
Uh,
gonna say I have a screenshot of it. I just sent it.
God, when did he tweet this? Oh, he says, to those who were just released today, this can be the end of your career or it can be the beginning. Look yourself in the mirror and decide. I promise you, the work and the money is out there. It's not easy. It's a grind, it's a hustle, it's frustrating, but can also be incredibly rewarding in more ways than one if you work your fucking ass off. I hope to see a lot of you down the road. And that's true because you can end up like one of these people that got released can end up going to a company that's going to give them the opportunity to have them work and gain their status back up to where other companies want them back or want them to work for their company like AEW or for WWE to have one of these guys come back.
Yeah.
Um, like I said before, Riddick Moss can end up being a bigger star than what he is now. Steve Macklin was a big name, someone who was not on my bingo card to become world champion in the
Yeah.
2020s, and he did it, and he proved me wrong. So I hope one of these people can definitely do that. And Matt Cardona said it all in that tweet. So
Yeah.
I hope
That
one of
was
these guys can follow it and then do
that
something
was
big.
that was so cool that he put that out because it's like it's true. I don't like that kind of probably gave a lot of people hope. That was like, oh yeah, you're right. Like you did it. Like there's actually now an example out there. There wasn't an example out there, so people would just be like, the only example people had was McIntyre, but
Yeah.
McIntyre ended up coming back like what a year later, or a
Oh,
year or
not
two.
even like 2 years later, maybe.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing crazy, but Cardona's been like
Yeah.
grinding. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's been putting in the work. He's
Yeah.
been putting in the work for that.
So now he what was McIntyre. Now the standard is like, all right, Cardona did it. Can I do it to that extent?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm gonna try and do the best I could.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this right. I said it before. Again, I'm gonna clip this part and I'm gonna put it on social media. And because I deep down in my heart, I really feel this. I know I already said it, but I'm gonna say it again. Riddick Moss by the end of 2024 or by before WrestleMania in 2025, he will be world champion anywhere other than WWE. But like I say,
I
Impact or MLW or somewhere,
I
he's gonna
believe
be world
that a
champion
thousand percent.
because
He
he's
was
like I said,
he's
he's
somebody that's
talented
something.
in the ring. He's
Somebody that's
talented in the
something.
ring. He can have a character if you're given the right one. Maybe he has more creativity now that he's gone to do what he wants to do.
Yeah, we didn't know
So
what how much creative did he have. You know what I mean? How much
exactly,
maybe they would like you could only wear those black tights, homie. That's it. You don't have a
exactly.
character. You know what I mean? Like
He was given a madcap gimmick. I don't know what that's supposed to
oh
do. Now that's
yeah,
done and over with. He can call himself whatever he wants, do anything he wants. But I do want to see him. I have high hopes for him. I
yeah,
really want to see him grind and win. He's definitely going to win a championship somewhere by the end of 2024. So I'm calling that now. I want to clip this part. I'm going to put it out there so that way people can have proof that I said it.
yeah.
But
That's
that's what I
cool.
believe in
That's a good
heavily
call.
from this release.
That's a good call.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
because there's a few people that I don't know if they're gonna wrestle again. It's up to them.
Yeah.
Um, you know,
How old is Shelton?
he's like in his mid
Gotta be in
40s, I
his
think.
forties, right?
Yeah,
Could do
he's
one
definitely
more.
got to have like a tour
He gonna
somewhere.
do a one last indie run. Yeah, he gonna do a
Like I
little
could
thing.
definitely see him having like one match in AEW, like one match in Impact,
Yeah.
or a couple of matches in each company. Doesn't have to be just one. But like,
I would bring him in for. I would bring him in for something. I would bring him in uh for the international title, open challenge, a
yeah,
one night only thing. Boom, bring him out, him and Phoenix. That'd be kind of like. Did you have that on your bingo card of Phoenix and Shelton Benjamin? Like, you know what I mean? That's
yeah,
random as hell. That'd be dope. Cause he still goes, bro.
he's still going. Exactly, he's still going.
Yeah,
And again, even with the NXT guys, like again, the ones that I just read before that I've never heard of. Maybe in like 2 years from now, there'll be like a great part of a division
Yeah.
in wrestling.
But
We don't know
what helps them out though, is that they went through NXT, even though they got released, right? So even if they want to go back into training, they still have that mindset and they know how it is in the performance center to try and get back there. You know what I mean? They know what they're looking for. So I don't think I'm
because
too worried about them.
yeah, because the thing is with them is like with the NXT stars that got released, some of them were just signed because they were like a former collegiate athlete. So maybe some of these people may not have the passion of wrestling as
Yeah,
others.
maybe they're just like, all right,
Maybe
whatever.
some of them probably do. After signing, because again,
Yeah,
that EJ and Duga guy, he didn't wrestle once before NXT. Now he's getting notice from AEW.
yeah,
Maybe I don't know. Maybe one of these people get like offer some impact to be like, hey, we can help you train here. We got people, veterans here that can help you
exactly.
out with
And
training.
they kind of have the same story as EJ.
Exactly. Work your way up to where other companies want to hire you. You'll make you a bigger star than what you already are, and then you'll work your way there back to WWE if that's the case. If that's the
Yeah,
end goal for you. Because if you said this a while back, I feel like Impact low key is working with WWE, like under the table. Like if
yeah.
we sign this
You've
guy,
always
we'll
said that.
yeah. I feel like eventually,
And
if
then
we
with the
sign this
Mickey
guy,
James
or
thing, they did. Yeah, if you got this guy, we'll give you this guy. Like, come on.
exactly. So if we release this guy, you guys work there, elevate him, then
Remember
eventually we
they
will
did
sign him.
that whole class of 2020. They just picked them all up and they said, "Let's go."
Yeah, yeah.
And then they
So
did the whole partnership with Mickey James in the Royal Rumble.
exactly. Who knows?
Listen, I'm
Who
not
knows?
saying they're working together, but
Yeah.
wink, wink.
Wink, wink. They could be. uh, that is. We don't know. We don't know. We gotta see.
Nah, yeah, facts.
Um, but yeah. Uh, I just hope anyone. That's what I'm curious about with these releases. I hope people can go out there, grind, get their names back up, progress in the ring, become main eventers, something like that, work their way back to somewhere else. I'm
I think,
excited to see where some of
yeah,
these people go.
I
Sad that
think
they had to lose their jobs, but um,
maybe this is a better opportunity for you.
exactly, exactly. And their 90-day contract, their 90-day non compete clause. Someone said December 20th. That's
Really,
a Wednesday. Yeah, that's a Wednesday, and you know what that means.
December.
Um, you know that. It could be I don't know. It's maybe Mustafa Ali can show up in AEW that night, depending on where it is.
Damn,
Um,
that's kind of sucks that like you have the 90-day non
I know,
compete.
right? That's so annoying,
I
but it's
understand like
like,
if you got fired, but like they're just making budget cuts.
yeah,
Give them come on, let them wrestle and let them get their money. Like, but they could do like indie shows, right? They just can't be
I
on
think they could do
TV.
bookings like meet and greets, maybe.
Bring Dolph to Wrestle Universe,
That's what I'm
baby.
saying.
I'll
That
be
line will
there.
be out the fucking door. It will be around the whole entire block.
I'll be there, man.
Um, but yeah, I think I, I once that 90 days are up, I want to see. I'm just waiting for
What's
that
going
day.
on?
Yeah,
It's a good way to kick off the new year. Some new
exactly,
faces show up in different companies. That's gonna be dope.
exactly. That 2024 is gonna be a fun year. I feel it's gonna be a fun year in wrestling.
Yeah.
Um, in terms
Speaking
of where
of,
people go, because again, Impact is a great place to build people back up. Not saying I'm not trying to say Impact is developmental, but it's like it feels that way to where like if you they'll sign like underrated names, they'll build them into stars, then you know what I mean? Like Steve Macklin, like I said, he was one guy who I did not expect to be a main eventer and win a world championship, and he
yeah,
proved me wrong, and he's a star now. I feel like they're two different people from
he'll,
Forgotten Sons to
yeah, and I
this.
think he'll be back soon.
I think so. Maybe if Deanna Perrazzo goes back, maybe.
Uh huh. He's going. I
Yeah,
don't
because
think
I
he's
don't think
going
they'll go
alone
different
though.
ways.
He's not going. Yeah, yeah, he's not going alone.
Yeah. So we shall see what the future has for these people. We don't know.
Yes, sir. I hope everybody does good. Like,
Yeah.
cause yo, that's tough, man. I wonder if like they got like a heads up, like yo, like they're making cuts and your name's on there. I wonder if they give them a heads up, or if it's just like, well, it looks like they don't, cause Emma was just like when she tweeted, she was like, "My dream," and then she was like, Forget it. They didn't even
Yeah,
stream it.
that felt bad when I saw that. I'm
That
like,
was so, but it makes sense why they've been.
ah,
That's also news. So Elimination Chamber is going to Australia, right?
it's pretty dope. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it is dope, but kind of saw it coming. They pushing all the Australians right now. I was like, they gotta be doing some big show next year,
Yeah,
and
they
makes
got to be do
sense.
something,
And
and it
makes
makes sense
sense.
because like they not just because they're pushing all of them because they have a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure Australia wants to see their
No, yeah,
stars compete
definitely,
in front of them because they
definitely.
must
But I
do
think
like a
they're
lot
giving
of.
them more TV time because by the time Elimination Chamber comes around, they're gonna be in storylines.
Yeah, I think
So
Grayson Waller is going to be involved somehow. I hope it's not the Grayson Waller show.
nah, I hope.
Bronson Reed, I want to
Yeah,
see him on a fucking show. He's dope. Um, but like it's cool because like NXT Europe, I don't know if that Australia is like I don't know my geography like that. So
okay. I
yeah,
got a degree in communications.
yeah, I'm a communications major. I don't know what the fuck
Yeah,
that is.
we don't know
But
what we're
like
talking about.
if that's like a way to like pivot towards like, hey, we're gonna announce NXT Europe soon, or
Yeah,
this is like something involved with that, maybe that's a cool way to do it. But
that makes
they
sense.
haven't been to Australia in how long? Like Super Showdown, like what
Yeah,
4 years ago
unless they did like a
or five
live
years
show or
ago?
something. They probably did like
Yeah,
live shows there, but like
I
nothing.
mean like the pay per view
Yeah,
wise, like
yeah, yeah.
pay per
Nah,
view.
that
Yeah,
was
it
the
was like
last.
5 years
Yeah, that was
maybe.
the opening match. That was Cena and Triple H, right?
Yeah, yeah, I forgot about that match. Forgot
Random.
about that match.
Yeah,
But like, yeah, I think going to Australia is sick, especially since they're pushing a lot of the Australian people right now.
yeah,
It makes sense, and I hope they're not just pushing them because like the show's happening. Then after that, it's just we don't see them for a few weeks again. But
yeah.
it's kind of cool for them.
Hopefully not, because they're building up to Mania at that time, right?
Yeah, so they kind of have to
So
push these people
yeah,
more. And plus, like
I think it
last
was
year's elimination,
already. I think it was already gonna happen, and they will just like, you know what, kind of makes sense to do a pay per view over there, and it
and
just
last
worked
year's
out.
elimination chamber in Canada was pretty sick. It
Yeah,
shows that like a lot of these non-US fans or they uh they have a great audience. So I think
yeah,
going to Australia during Mania season, great place to do it.
yeah.
Great place.
So
I thought it was
question.
going to be the UK, but like Australia is pretty dope with the crowd.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Question: what's the time difference? When am I
I
watching this
think
show? Am I
they're
watching it like
ahead.
a UK show?
I think so. I know they're
Okay.
ahead of us. So it might be early in the day for Eastern Standard Time. Um I don't know how early it is cuz cuz I remember the last Australian show was
Oh yeah,
like
they're ahead of us.
by how much?
It's 10:15 a.m.
Holy shit.
When are they
Yeah,
doing this show?
holy fuck.
Hold on, now I gotta try to think.
So it must be in the after. Wait. Hold on.
Wait, what time did the
Hold on.
last show start?
Hold on. Let me look it up because are you on
Last,
your?
yeah,
You gotta look
super.
this up because I can't
What
be
is it?
that.
Super Showdown?
Yeah,
What year was that?
I think it was must have been 2018 maybe 2019. Whenever Buddy
2018.
Murphy won the cruiserweight championship.
Buddy Murphy. Oh, this is why is the picture of the Shield on this? Hold on.
I hope it's not in the morning though because I kind of don't want to wake up early for the show.
Mm, damn. Oh wait, hold on. I think I found it.
You did
Uh, there's no way. That shit says 5 a.m. Eastern. There's no way.
5
This shit
a.m.
happened in the
Eastern.
middle of the day, I feel.
What year was it?
Hold on. 2018. What the fuck?
2018. Hold up.
Um,
Wait. Hold on. Let's look at
yeah, that's
because no,
kind of.
because this was Undertaker versus Triple H. Um,
Wait, when was the first?
Melbourne, Australia. Yeah. So it's 5 a.m. Eastern. Holy shit! It was
I
that
feel like
early.
that's not right.
They
Right?
had no because
Because I
hold
feel
on.
like I was in St. Francis when that was happening. I feel
I
like I
I
was
was gonna
in
say that.
class.
I feel like we watched that together once in school. There's no way
Or
that
was that the Saudi show? There's no way the Australia show starts at 5.
if anybody watching this remembers 2018 Super Showdown, if it was early in the morning in the East Coast, let us know. Cause come on,
Hold on. I know how
there's no
this is.
way. There's no way.
Let me
Maybe they pre-recorded it,
Yeah.
then they aired it.
Wait, so it says at 8 p.m. when it's 8 p.m. over there to like Friday, it's only 6 a.m. here. Was that an early show?
Hold on. Do I gotta wake up in the morning? Do I have to wake up in the morning? Because I'm not down to do that.
You're not down for that, bro?
Nah, 5
We're
a.m.
gonna do a viewing party, bro.
I'll do it. You know what? I'm gonna call
5
this right now.
a.m..
I'm gonna call this right now.
Holy shit.
I'm down to do a live stream on our YouTube channel, 5 a.m.
I'm down for that. I'm
down for that too.
I'm down.
I'll wake up.
And we'll watch it together. I'm down for
Exactly.
that. I'm super down for that.
Because I wouldn't be down to drink at 5 a.m. That's kind of disgusting.
Nah, yeah, that's crazy. We'll have coffee and bacon, egg, and cheeses while we watch.
Yeah.
We'll be chilling.
Coffee and bacon, egg and cheese. That's
we'll
perfect.
Be chilling watching this.
Yeah.
Damn, it's
I'll
gonna
be
be
wearing
a
my
morning
hoodie.
show.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Damn.
That's crazy. You know what? I'm gonna clip this part. I'm gonna post on social media for sure. If this video on Instagram gets over, what's a realistic like goal for us?
I couldn't tell you.
I
You're
would
the one
say
that runs the socials. You should know realistic.
I'd say
goal for us.
if this clip gets 50 likes at least,
Okay.
we'll do that 5 a.m. live viewing party on our YouTube channel
That's good.
for Elimination Chamber next year. Because
That would be
again,
fire.
the Australia's, come on,
I gotta
it's gonna
get
be
the
at 5
timing
a.m.
right. I gotta check the timing because that can't
If someone
be
could
right.
confirm that too, like if
Somebody let us know, man, because like, damn, I don't know. I don't remember.
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, what else happened? I think that's it.
No,
I think that's
really it.
Yeah.
I think we covered everything. To be honest.
Yeah, we talked a lot. We went over it a lot.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah. But I guess we can just wrap it up there. We talked about everything pretty much that happened in the past week.
Yes,
Thank you everyone for tuning in to this episode of the Ring Fanatics Podcast. Again, my name is Nick. With me is Joel. Episode number 133 of the Ring Fanatics Podcast, and we will see you guys next time.
Catch you.